Yes guys, what's going on? It's Ashton here. I hope you're all having a fantastic day. In today's video we're going to be looking at the top 10 rarest skins ever to grace Apex Legends. Of course it is worth mentioning that with these types of videos they are of course all based on my own opinion. There is no set top 10 list of the rarest skins in the game. There probably is actually some statistics somewhere which actually tell you what the rarest skin in the game would be, but of course I don't have access to that, you don't have access to that.
No one has access to that.
So we're just going to go off what I see the most in games and the skins I see the least in games, in this case, with it being the top 10 rarest skins of Apex Legends. Now before we get into today's video, I want to give a massive shout out to the Third Party Podcast, the biggest Apex Legends podcast on Spotify. I had the pleasure of being the most recent guest on the podcast, following up from the great man himself, Saw Kobe. Yeah, the real Saw Kobe. He went on this podcast too. And we talked about all things from my history with gaming all the way through to Apex Legends ranked tactics. So make sure you click the link in the description and check out the podcast for an extended interview with myself. Make sure to check those links in the description and give a follow to the Third Party Pod on Spotify and Instagram. And as always, if you do go on to enjoy the video, make sure to smash like and subscribe to the channel for more regular Apex Legends content. Lifeline's told me a thing or two about those who aren't subscribed to the channel, and it's not looking good, Chief. But without further ado, let's get right into the video. There are 3 key things I want you to check out in this gameplay that we've got right here. Number 1 is how overpowered the Prowler with Select Fire is, because wow, that gun needs adjusting, holy smokes. 2 is the fact that we ran into some boosters at one point. I didn't even realise when I was playing the game, but watching the gameplay footage back, yeah, there were some boosters and I want you guys to look out for them too. And number 3 is the fact that this gameplay is in 60 FPS for the first time on the channel. Yes, I finally managed to upgrade to 60 FPS gameplay. I know that is not a lot for you guys, but for me that is a huge deal that I can help improve the quality of the videos for you guys. That's all thanks to the recent sponsors on the channel. Thank you guys for supporting the video so much. But today's focus is not the gameplay. Today's focus is the top 10 rarest skins in Apex Legends, and I've got a list here for you guys of what I believe to be the rarest skins on the game. These are going to be the skins that I see the least while playing Apex Legends, and trust me when I say I play way too much of this game, so I see a lot of skins go around, and these are the skins that I see the least overall throughout my games. So we're going to kick it off with number 10, the least rare of the top 10 rarest skins, but that's still pretty rare considering this are the top 10 rarest skins, so even though it's the least rare, it's still very rare in itself, and that is going to be the Killer Bee Bangalore skin, which came out in March 2019 and required the Apex Overdrive skin to create, and wow, what a skin this is. I wouldn't say I see this skin all that often in pub matches, but it's not rare to see it in ranked when you see a sweaty Bangalore, because you know if a person is playing Bangalore in ranked, they are a hardcore Bangalore fan, and they probably have all of the best skins for Bangalore. I would argue that the Killer Bee is the rarest Bangalore skin. I don't think you see it as much as you see the Full Metal Jacket skin, which in itself is also a very rare skin. I do think that the Killer Bee is Bangalore's rarest skin, and although I see it from time to time, it's still very rare, and that is why it comes in at number 10 on the top 10 rarest skins list. Coming in at number 9 we have the Bot of Gold Pathfinder reskin, which came out in May 2019 and required the Quick Silver skin in order to craft. It's surprising to me how rare this skin is considering how nice it is and how many Pathfinder mains there are, but you really just don't see this skin all that often in Apex Legends anymore, especially in pub games where you see more Pathfinders being used now, rather than in ranked where Pathfinder has kind of fallen slightly out of the meta. Even so, you'd be expecting to see those sweaty Pathfinder mains running those sweaty skins, but the Boss of Gold is just a skin which a lot of people missed out on, and is not a skin I see very often at all. It's definitely one of the most desirable skins in the game for those Pathfinder mains. I mean, look at it, it's just 24 karat gold, look at it, it's gorgeous. Coming in now at number 8, we have the Dark Cloud Recolor skin for Caustic. It required the Divine Right skin and came out in May 2019, very close to when the Bot of Gold Pathfinder skin came out. This is another one that went under the radar for a lot of people, and I think mostly because, especially back in May 2019, there weren't a lot of Caustic mains, as Caustic really wasn't in the meta at that time. Personally, I think skins that incorporate a lot of the colour black, such as the Airship Assassin and Dark Cloud skin, are some of the most desirable skins in the game. Not only for the fact that they just look amazing, but also the fact that they really help when you're trying to rat out some points in ranked. The rise in the recent caustic meta had me go back and looking at some of the exclusive caustic skins of the past. And not only do I think the Dark Cloud is the nicest caustic skin, but in my opinion it's also the rarest, because honestly, I only know 1 or 2 people that have this skin and I see them rock it all the time, and I'm always jealous of seeing this skin. Moving on now to number 7, we have the Soft Power Gibraltar skin, which came out in March 2019, all the way back in March 2019, and required the Millennium Tusk skin to craft. Honestly, I can put my hands up and say I don't think I've ever seen this skin past, I think, March or April last year. I saw it a couple of times when it originally came out, but honestly this is one of the most forgotten skins of Apex Legends. Now this may come down to the fact that not a lot of people tend to play Gibraltar anymore. He was very much so in the meta for a long period of time, but he's kind of fallen out now. He's still very useful, but not a lot of people are rocking him anymore, and this is a skin I really just don't see very often at all in Apex anymore. Now moving up into 6, we have the Rafe skin that I'm sure everyone is dying to see where it would come in on this list. And that's right, the invisible Wraith skin is here. Of course, I'm just kidding guys, it was of course the Airship Assassin Wraith skin, which was released in February 2019 and required the Void Specialist in order to craft. And let me tell you, if you are lucky enough to pick up this skin, count your blessings, because it is probably the most wanted skin in Apex Legends. I think what makes this skin so special though is not just the fact that it is such an attractive skin, but the fact that it is so rare, and that is very troublesome to a lot of people because it is rumoured that it is going to be getting re-released in the future, and if that happens, the rarity is going to go down the drain. Does it make the skin special anymore? I don't know, but currently it is one of the rarest skins in Apex Legends, and if you have this skin, then you are a very lucky person. Halfway through the list now, coming in at number 5, we have the Redshift Octane, which came out in April 2019 and required the El Diablo skin in order to craft. I can probably count on a handful of occasions the amount of times I've seen a Redshift Octane in-game. It really is that rare of a skin. Now, I don't know if that's also because of the fact that Octane just isn't played that much at all by long-term players. Of course, the Redshift Octane came out alongside Octane's release, so if you were going to pick it up, you had to make sure you liked Octane within that first week of release, and honestly, not a lot of people did apparently, and it is a skin I rarely see in the game anymore, but it's certainly one of the nicest skins. I think arguably is Octane's nicest skin, and yeah, it is definitely very rare as well. Coming in with our top 4 now, we have the Dark Artist Mirage skin, released in March 2019, which required the Ghost Machine in order to craft. Now this is where things get really juicy. I think I've seen this skin one time before and I know exactly who owns it. He's on my friends list. Wow, this skin is super rare and I really envy anyone who managed to pick up this skin. Now, I think because Mirage is very rarely played, I think he has one of the lowest pick rates of any legend in the game. Very few people actually went and picked up this Mirage skin, but honestly, a skin like this is enough to make someone want to main the character just because of how nice the skin looks on its own. But now we've moved into our top 3 rarest skins in Apex Legends. In my opinion, these are the 3 rarest skins in the game that I really never ever see playing this game, and coming in at number 3 is the current Champ Watson skin, released 11th of August 2019, which required the Ace of Sparks skin. Now, Watson is a player who was played a lot when she was in the meta, especially in ranked, but even then, I don't think I ever saw this skin. Maybe it's not as nice looking as some of the other skins on this list, but we are basing this purely on rarity, and in my opinion, this has got to be up there with the rarest skins in the game. I personally never ever see this skin. Maybe I'm wrong, maybe you see it every single day, but personally from my point of view, I never see this skin, so it comes in at number 3 on the rarest skins in the game. Coming in at number 2, we have a Bloodhound skin, the Raven's Shadow Bloodhound skin, which required the Plague Doctor in order to craft and was released all the way back in April 2019. Considering the large amount of Bloodhound mains on this game and the fact that the Plague Doctor is such a popular skin, it's really surprising to me that I never ever see this skin. I think I know one person who owns this skin, but I've never seen it in game myself. Not once have I seen someone running at me with the Raven Shadow skin. Now of course, again, this could just be my personal experience and it could be one of the most common recolors that you see, but personally I never see this skin. I really didn't even know it existed until the other day when I was compiling this list. So for me, it does come in at number 2 of the rarest skins on Apex Legends. But now we are left with number 1. In my opinion, the rarest skin in Apex Legends. What is it? What could it be? A lot of you would have said it was the Airship Assassin. Some of you might have said it was the Redshift Octane. But for me, the rarest skin in the game is the Mirage Center Stage skin, which came out in April 2019 and required the Angel City Hustler skin in order to craft. I have never seen this skin at all in game. I didn't even know it existed until a few months ago when I was compiling a list for a different video, and even then I still haven't seen it in game. Now this may again be down to the fact that there just aren't that many Mirage mains that have played for that long on the game to have had this skin, but wow, this has got to be the rarest skin in the game in my opinion. Having never seen it, I just can't put anything else at the number 1 spot. Now, if you're lucky enough to have seen this skin, make sure to let me know in the comments below. But for me, that is my top 10 rarest Apex Legends skins. I hope you have enjoyed the video. Make sure to let me know what you think is the rarest skin in the game and what is your favorite skin in the game. But that is all I've got time for in today's video. I hope you have enjoyed. Make sure to like the video and subscribe to the channel for more regular Apex Legends content from your boy. But until next time guys, it's been your boy Ashton. I'll see you in the next one. Take it easy and goodbye.